Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for hopping on. Oh my goodness. I have been running around like crazy trying to get all of the things done before Christmas. I don't know if you guys are joining me in that. Hard to believe that it's like less than 2 weeks away. So I am going through and kind of doing a reflection of my year in my business this week. And through that process, I also have been talking to lots of clients and lots of people about how their years have been going and what's going on. And I find that it is a very common space that people are feeling very overwhelmed and not motivated in their businesses and just in life, right? There's so much going on. You feel like you're going this way and that way, and somehow you're rolling forward towards the goal, but maybe not as quickly as you would like. So I thought I would hop on and have a little conversation about this. So, if you are just hopping on, please give me a thumbs up or a hello, a hashtag live in the comments. I love to interact with people while on my lives, but also after. I love going back through and responding back and connecting with everybody after. So please do me the favor of doing that. And if you are new being in my space, my name is Kelly Lepart. I come from the network marketing and the wellness space for the past 20 years. I have been in both industries, and I found myself getting to a certain level of success and with my team and within my own business. And then I kind of hit a wall and I was doing all the things. I was doing everything that my mentors were telling me. I was, um, working multiple jobs and multiple businesses and doing everything I could to move the needle forward and not getting anywhere. So I it wasn't until I came into the personal development space and really started putting some energy and time into that space and not just more strategies and more businesses and more things on my board or on my plates, but I started learning more about me because the common denominator of the lack of success that I was seeing in all of my businesses. They were all successful. I was doing well in all of them, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. And the common denominator of that was me. And so when I started diving more into learning about me and then discovered more about my thoughts, how I was thinking, how I was feeling, how that was making me act, then it started to help me to see that I needed to shift some things in order to allow things to change my life and in my business. So I found my passion in that space of my growth to help female entrepreneurs to really connect with themselves and make more money in your business, find more freedom in your life, and feel more impactful in how you are connecting with the world, with your clients, with your customers, and ultimately starting to live the dream life that you have always dreamed of living. So, I love helping you to live your best life and to get unstuck and move into that space of freedom and really love the life that you are living. So, today I wanted to talk about overwhelm, why we are feeling overwhelmed, and how it's impacting our lives. Because, as I mentioned before, I was had my own wellness business. I was in the wellness space as well as I was in digital marketing or direct sales. And I was also adding to the direct sales platform as well because I kept adding businesses because I would get to a certain level in that business and then it wouldn't move any further. I had my brick and mortar, if you want to call it that, and I got to a certain level in that business and then it wasn't moving forward. So I was doing all the things, and then I started having babies, and that just added even more to my plate, and trying to figure it all out, right? I was getting up earlier, working later, and sleeping less, and feeling very, very overwhelmed. And it got to the point where you were just drained, but you were on survival mode. I don't know if anybody feels like they're in survival mode, put a 1 in the comments, because I was there. And I was doing all the strategies and I was doing all the things and I was hopping from this thing to that thing to that thing to that thing, and nothing seemed to be moving things forward. So one thing I have learned over the years and that I have discovered through conversations with so many people in the past years, but especially as I've been doing my reflection and talking to people about where they are, we're feeling very overwhelmed. And when we feel overwhelmed, it's really hard to get connected and to focus. Why is focusing so important? Because when you are focused, you allow yourself to really connect with what it is that you're doing. You put your energy and your time into it, and then it doesn't have to take up any more mind space. You don't have to think about it anymore. And lots of times, these things that stack up on your plate, um, you've created this big thought process around it, thinking that it's gonna take a lot more time than it really is, and when you finally sit down to do it, it's 5 minutes, it's done, and then you're moving on, right? You can check that off the list pretty quickly, and then once those things are off, it's not overwhelming, you feel some freedom, and you can, like, actually breathe and start moving forward, and those things, like, start making a difference, right? Because we all have never-ending lists. We all have never-ending lists in our lives and in our businesses, right? There will always be emails to get back to. There will always be messages to be sending. There will always be, people to connect with. There will always be laundry to fold and dishes to do and dinners to make, right? Like, that is just the way our lives roll. But in choosing to focus and not be distracted and hone in on, like, the most important pieces, that will give your mind and yourself so much energy and start moving that piece forward for you. Because when we are hopping from subject to subject or business to business or I'm on Instagram today and then I've got TikToks and I've got YouTubes and I've got Facebook and I've got this and I've got that and then there's a baby crying in the background, like that just gets overwhelming and it's hard to keep up. And so you can simplify things and you can help yourself to get where you want to go by learning to focus and stop being distracted. Now, this is a habit, okay? And I don't want you to like be shooting on yourself or, putting yourself down because this is the way you are. This is a learned habit. It's something that you've likely done for a very long time and it's just natural, it's unconscious, you don't even think about it, it just happens, right? So this is a skill that you learn how to focus, how to, um, use your intention and your will to get you where you wanna go. And when you master the skill and learn to fine tune, okay, what's priority, what's not priority, and then actually start taking action in those things and get a daily method of operation of what it is that you're doing, then that becomes the new habit. that becomes a, you know, you just do it automatically, you don't have to think about it, you know what you're doing, and you're focused on it, and then you can move on to the next task. So, what is it for you that gets you distracted or gets you overwhelmed in your business? Is it not knowing what to do initially to start moving the business forward? Well, we always have to be connecting, calling and contacting, connecting with new people, right? If you're not making sales in your business, you don't have a business. You have a hobby, maybe, if you are in that space, right? If you aren't making sales, you're not moving forward, you're not going to reach those goals. So, but if we are getting distracted by scrolling on Facebook or by scrolling on TikTok and we don't actually get in and get the business part done, mm, you're going to feel very overwhelmed at the end of the month when all those bills come up and you are not any closer to actually having the extra money that you would desire to have to make the payments. So, how do we overcome the overwhelm and learn to like choose to focus, right? Well, we have to get some clarity on what it is that we're doing, where it is that we're going, and why we're doing it, right? Because if you're, doing the parties, doing the reach outs, doing the conversations, and nothing's happening from it, there's a piece that is missing, right? And that is something that I can dive into in another conversation, right? But if you have overwhelmed because you are doing all the things, right? Maybe your leader or mentor has given you so many different options because there's so many different ways to grow your business and you're trying to do them all but not really aligned with any of them specifically. Like maybe one feels like weird to you, but you're doing it anyway, and you're spending 20 minutes or an hour doing it, even though it feels uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right. Something doesn't, it feels a little off, but you're doing it anyway. And you're doing this strategy, and you're doing this strategy, right? Like you can hone in on what feels right and get a lot more responses from your energy and your actions when you are aligned with it. Okay. And this is something that I'm going to talk about in my last masterclass I'm having of the year. So we're going to dive into that subject. But you may be, number one, unsure of what you should be doing in your business in order to move the needle forward. You may, too, be trying to do all the things and not be really focused and not be aligned with it, with what it is that you're doing. You may be um, getting in and trying to do your business, but getting distracted and not doing the things that you're meant to be doing at all. Or you may be doing a little bit of all of it, right? But not really focused, not really like intentional with your time and with what it is that you're doing. Or you might be forgetting a piece, or maybe you need to delegate. Like you have expanded to a certain level of where you are able to go with what you have time for, and you're still working your main job and your what started out as a side hustle but has now become like your passion and where you want everything to come from, but you can't do it alone, right? You're in that uncomfortable space of needing help, but not knowing how to like move into that space. So you feel overwhelmed because you're doing two jobs or two businesses and family and don't know how to let go of one, or maybe unsure how to shift into the new passion and step out of the old one. So these are all things that we're going to talk about. Because the truth is you cannot continue doing the things that you're doing expecting a different result, okay? That just does not happen. You cannot continue to, do the same thing over and over and over and get a different result. First, you have to recognize what it is that's not working. You also have to recognize what it is that you really want. Because when we get clarity on where it is that we're going and what we really want, and we focus on that goal, then everything can kind of start to line up. So you want to do some of that internal reflection and take a deep breath. It's okay. You're doing amazing. You've gotten to this space. You're seeing this video. You're seeing this for a reason. Nothing happens by accident. I believe in the law of attraction. We receive what we need, what we've been asking for when we need it. And so there is an answer. And you are meant to find the peace and to have the dreams that you have been dreaming of. But we need to learn to get out of our own way and allow it to come through, right? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling drained, if you are feeling like you want more but you don't know how, then I invite you to come and join me on December 21st at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I am having my last masterclass of 2022, and it's 3 ways to simplify your business and, um, ultimately get greater results. Okay, I can't remember the exact title that I had given it, but 3 ways to simplify your business and get greater results, okay? So, we are going to talk about how to step out of the overwhelm. We're gonna talk about how to magnify, like, really multiply what it is that you are already doing and allow like more to come from it, right? So you don't have to keep adding on, you don't have to keep putting out more energy. You can live and breathe and be able to move further in your success in your business and get greater um, distance towards your goal, closing that gap between where you are and where you want to go. Okay. Because you are meant to really step in and have a greater impact and really impact your life, your customers and your clients' lives, your family's life. The dreams that you have been dreaming are meant for you. And my wish for you is that 2023 is the year that this begins to shift for you. That you let go of the overwhelm and you step into your power being like your ease and flow, what feels good for you, and really start seeing that success flow into your life, into your bank account, into your family, having more time and money freedom, being able to do the things that you want to do with your family when you want to do it, not feeling like you're always hustling, like you're always grinding. You are meant to live an extraordinary life. What that means for you, it's going to be different than what it means for me. But if you are dreaming of something different and you don't know how to get there, and you are ready to really allow things to shift and change, then I invite you to come and join me in my masterclass on December 21st at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If this is speaking to you, if you know someone that this would be an impact for, that has these struggles, that has these desires, that wants more but doesn't know how, you're feeling, like overwhelmed and you're ready to just drop the craziness and step into the empowered version of yourself that is in ease and flow, that allows all of this to come and the success comes, the money comes, and you're able to enjoy life in the process, then I encourage you to share this with the people that you know that this would impact. Come and join me and learn how to drop the hustle, how to tap into your power and magnify and multiply the energy and everything that you're putting in and start getting greater results and allow your business to thrive in 2023 with less effort and with less stress and really take your life back. It doesn't matter whether you are, you know, making 4 figures a month, 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month, right? We all have those limits that we reach, and we have to go in and shift some things in order to get to that next level. So come join me. If you have a desire for more and you are ready to shift things and let your success really shine through, then drop a emoji below or say, I want info, and I will drop you the info in your inbox, and you will join me in that masterclass December 21st at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we will set you up for success in your business, in your life, and help you to step into that freedom that you are desiring and wanting so badly. All right, my friends, expect abundance. I cannot wait to see you on December 21st at 1 o'clock Eastern. I believe it's a Wednesday. And until then, expect abundance.